Happy Monday, it's Mandy of Mandy Miller Fitness, and today we're going to do a 20-minute workout, upper body combos. I'm using a mat and 2 sets of weights. My weights are fairly light. I'm a little bit weak these days because of being sick over and over again. So 8s and 5s for me. Feel free to grab something that feels significant for you. We'll get a couple of rounds of each of these things, and then of course a bookend of a warm up and a cool down, focusing primarily on that upper body. So all you need today is yourself, a couple of sets of dumbbells and a mat, and we're set. So let's hit play on our playlist as a team. By the way, the playlist is always in the description. You can use it or not use it. It's totally up to you. We'll hit it together in 3, 2, 1. And then let's come back and we'll get our warm up on. Everything we're doing is a minute. Like I mentioned, we'll be going through this 2 times through. So I have my weights off to the side here. I'm gonna stay standing for this part of the warm up. Just open the arms and close them. Exhale them open, really feel the back body engage as I pull the elbows apart. Let's take it 2 more times. Exhaling to open, and then return them through the center, bend the elbows, sweep the arms up and over, and then fly the elbows up. So it's like a bat wing. So I'm gonna go up and over and then out. Just warming up that deltoid, mid and front. Last one here. Good, keep the arms out and pump the elbows open. So I'm feeling that tricep extension. We do have triceps and biceps today. Let's take it 2 more times. 1 more time, excellent. And then I'm pushing up and over my head. So just a traditional wide overhead press. Again, we're focusing on those shoulders. We're also getting some back body here. Our warm up is totally long. We'll get a chance to do some more of this stuff into the floor work. Last overhead press, excellent. And then I want you to meet me in all fours position. Once we're in all fours, I'm gonna take my right hand behind my ear, open, twist, and thread the needle through. Open, twist, and thread through. Yes, we have push-ups today. No, I am not excited, but it is what it is, right? Let's take that last thread and we'll switch our sides. Showing this to you from the front. I think it's helpful to see this. So I'm twisting open, and then I'm releasing and reaching across the space. Twisting open and releasing. We're still getting into that thoracic spine work, but we're also engaging through the core. So this is a nice little combination because when we're facing the floor, obviously you have to hold ourselves up. So that's your last one here. Bring the arms really wide apart. Drop into the shoulder head of the right and then switch it to the left. My fingertips are pointed out towards the sides of the mat. Now, if you feel really good today and you want to go a little bit wider on the hands, go for it. I'm starting to feel more warm and able as I go through the warm up, hence the name. Last one, and then we'll get into some push-ups. I'm doing my push-ups at my knees here. Wide grip, inhale, exhale for push. Excellent, team. We've got about a minute and some change left on our warm-up. So we don't want to waste too much energy doing narrow or wide grip push-ups. We want to get into some more work. Okay, now I'm going to go into some rows. I'm I'm kneeling up nice and upright. Pull the elbows up and back. Everything we're doing today has a combination effect. So the minute may feel long, but just know you don't have to go at my pace. You can go slower. You can also go faster. You can make it more conditioning based. Nice, this is our last row here. Bring the elbows up now. I go into my scarecrows. I saved the best for last. This is good for the shoulder rotator cuffs. So this I would always try to do body weight because it feels like it's all it needs. But I feel a lot of work happening in the shoulders. So our warm up is over in about 10 seconds from now. Let's go ahead and pause, shake things out, make sure you've got your weights nearby. I'm gonna use one weight to get started right between my palms because we're starting with our push-up to our T-press. So I straddle my weight with my hands. I'm gonna step back to my plank pose. My plank is nice and wide, and my timer for the minute begins in 3 seconds. 2 and 1. So I'm going to grab the weight with my left hand, T-press, then I place the weight back on the floor. Maybe I bend my knees, do my wide grip push-up, and you guessed it, I go to the other side. Starting with the hard stuff because that's when we got the most energy. Inhale and exhale. Good work. Breathe into it, set that weight down with control. I'm doing my push-ups on my knees because I want to get deeply into them, so I'm not sacrificing my range of motion over just my ego, right? My ego says, do your push-ups at your knees, or do your push-ups at your feet, you can do this. And then the smarter side of me goes, you know what? Do the version that you can sustain, because we still have 10 seconds left of the minute. Good work. Excellent. Let's get that last push-up in, and then remove your weight from your mat. Go ahead and come on down to your belly. We're gonna grab our lighter set of dumbbells. I'm using 5s for this one. My palms face up towards the sky. My head stays on the floor. This is all working in the post-deltoid. So I'm gonna lift and lower, turn the palms to face in, lift and lower, turn the palms to face down, lift and lower. So it works different shoulder head pieces. Roll the shoulders back, turn the palms to face up again. I lift and release. I turn the palms in, so my thumbs are down, pinkies are up. Lift and release. This is difficult because I'm facing the ground, so I can't go any lower. It's like a postural piece of work here. We've got 10 more seconds. Good. Palms face up, lift and release. Palms face in, lift and release right from the shoulder head. Palms face down. This is your last one. Lift and release. Good. Place the hands. Curl your way up to a kneeling position. Our next one we've got is a bent arm lateral raise. I'm using my 5s for this. Bent arm lateral raise to an overhead scoop. Bent arm lateral raise, overhead scoop. And I'll be honest with you, this feels light. So if in the middle of the set, you're like, you know what? I can go harder, switch it up. 3 extra pounds per arm, 6 on the load of the spine. So in a kneeling position, and if I were like, you know what, I just don't want to be in a kneeling position, feel free to stand up or feel free to take a seat, like grab a stool, take a seat. It's upper body day. Try not to whip the weights. We're doing it, team. Okay, we're back on the floor. Now this one, we need both dumbbells. I'm gonna use my my heavier set. I'm on my back and my feet are flat. My weights are gonna start over my chest. I fly them over my head for a pullover. Exhale to the center, bend the elbows and push. What's kind of rude about this is I already worked chest, but the chest is a big group of musculature. So doing this medial press is not like groundbreakingly challenging. Now, if I wanted to make it a little more core activated, here's what else I could do. I could float my head up as I press, set my head down as I pull over. Pull it in, press. It's just if you want to add a little core work and no pressure. You got time for this last pull over. It's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing. All right, rock and roll your way up to sit. Next combination. I've got and upright row to an overhead press. I'm gonna do this one upright. So I pull, I turn the palms, and I push. Love a good push-pull combination. Very traditional. Feels very home base for my body. Careful when you're doing this that you're not letting your body bow. I like to call that banana. Don't do the banana. So now I'm going to go upright row, turn the palms, inhale, prep, exhale, press. Good, team. We're doing it. My arms are on fire, my shoulders even more so. Beautiful job. Good work. We got one more right here. Okay, excellent job. I'm going to use my lighter dumbbells for this because I've been injured with my neck and this has just been tough for me. So I'm gonna sit back onto the heels of the feet. I've got a triceps kickback, so directly targeting the triceps. Rise your way up to a high kneeling position, and then I'm gonna go to a biceps curl. All right, so let's put that together. I kick it back, I rise and curl. I turn the palms medial, I turn the palms up, or supinated. Triceps kick back, should mess that up a little bit, and then pull. From the front, this is what I look like. I shift my hips back, extend the elbows, pull up, and pull the arms to the collarbones. You can make it momentous, like I mentioned before, or you can keep it kind of slow so you can feel yourself moving through time. And the more time under tension with the weight, the more we're building musculature. That is your time. Okay, now we're going back around to the top, starting with our T-press. Just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, because you know me, I am notorious for forgetting. All right, this is our minute. I'm going to start with that T-press to the back of the room. Then I do my push-up, wide grip. Then I do my T-press on the second side. Now I know we started this a little later than the minute because there's no break. You'll notice that I didn't say anything about breaks. This is a continuous 20-minute workout. So in a way, I kind of took my break by setting myself up in exercise number 7. I know. But you can do this. Now I'm going to go down to my knees for these last couple of push-ups, because we only have about 5 seconds, and I'm feeling like, whew, I still have a lot to do. That is your time, by the way. All right, next on the list, you need your lighter set of dumbbells. We're on our bellies. Oh, probably want to grab the dumbbells first. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Mandy, you're taking a long time to set up, I know. So keep your head down, tuck your tailbone. Lift, turn the palms in, lift, turn the palms down, lift. If one of these just does not feel good for your shoulder, you just skip that, okay? Do it again. Palms are up, lift. Palms are in, lift. Palms are down, thumbs are out. Try not to bend the elbow. This is very hard. I know, that's why it's second. Turn the palms up, lift. Turn the palms in, lift again. Turn the palms down. This is your last one, and lift. Excellent job. Place the hands, lift your way up, and we've got the bent arm lateral raise to the scoop. Here we go. Lateral raise. So we're getting that mid-deltoid, front deltoid. We just worked post-deltoid or rear deltoid. So we're getting that full shoulder cap. What's interesting in the second set, y'all, is I'm feeling like 5s are strike zone. For me, I'm like, ooh, I don't know, I still have 25 seconds. I'm glad I did not grab the 8s. Oh. Nice work, you guys. Give me 10 more seconds. When the weight leaves the frame, that's your exhale. You got time for one more scoop. Excellent. Let's come on down to our backs. I'm going to grab my heavier weights for this one. Feet are flat on the floor. This is the medial press to pull over. So now I'm going to place my feet flat, reach my arms up, exhale, pull them back in, bend and extend the elbows. So option to add the core work, totally up to you. So just by keeping the weights together, that is squeezing into the chest group. So like I mentioned, this is kind of that post-exhaustion to our push-up. And then we're getting this nice lats overhead pull. You're welcome. You can also float the legs in tabletop if that feels good to you. Little less little less stable. Say that 3 times. Good work. We got time for one more combination here. So bend, extend, reach up and overhead, pull it back in, bend in, set the weights down, rock yourself up. We're back to the kneeling position. High kneel, I've got my upright row, turn the palms, overhead press. Do it again. Nice. Oh gosh. Listen, we're almost 15 full minutes in, and the rest of this is stretch. You get 4 minutes to stretch. Nice. Whew. You know what's interesting is I used to just avoid upper body so much. I'm like, oh, but it feels good. I feel strong. I feel capable. If you're starting to lose steam, just know we have 8 seconds left. See if you can eke out one more rep. Yeah, 8 pounds was right in my strike zone. So I'm going to keep my 8s for this tricep kickback nonsense, just to try it out. So showing this to your profile, I'm back. I'm going to lean forward, kick the elbows, rise, turn the palms, curl. Bring it back, kick the elbows, rise and curl. So when I turn my palms, medial here, supinated here. So we're still getting some of that shoulder head work that we did in our IYT fly, that's not what we did. In our shoulder head fly, straight arm kickbacks. Try to decelerate as you rise. Bring it back. You got it. This is our last 7 seconds here. Give me one more. Now before we stretch, we're all gonna get a little sip of water to congratulate ourselves. Set your weights in front of your mat because we don't want them in the way. We're gonna stretch facing prone first, but I really need a little water and then we'll come back down to the floor. 4 minutes of stretch is great. I think it's a good amount of time. Usually I try to pack in, with our shorter workouts, I try to pack in a lot. And today I was like, you know what? We don't need to go too hard. We just want to go smart. So I'm gonna tee the arm closest to you, that's my left arm, and then extend my opposite arm and then roll over that shoulder. So I'm stretching the front of my shoulder here, just by holding my body in the sideline. Breathe into it. We want to take a little time here, maybe wiggle the fingers around. And then return through neutral. Let's tee the opposite arm. So I know I come a little out of the frame here, but we want it right in alignment with the chest. And then I'm going to bring the opposite arm in, roll up and over that shoulder head of my left, pressing into that foot of the right. Breathe into that shoulder again. We want to give it time. Then bring it back to neutral. Once I do that, place the hands next to the chest, curl your way up, bring your knees in, turn your palms so that your palms are faced up. And we're just rocking front to back, so we're stretching the wrists. Nice, we're gonna stay here in our 5 and then draw the number 4, draw the number 5. Nice little stretch for the thumbs and the wrists. Good, and then once we're there, go ahead and bring the elbows to the floor, shift your hips back, stretch the lats as you bring your hands into this prayer position. So I'm gonna untuck my toes, sink my hips back, bring my knees a little wider if I feel like I can. So I'm just gonna pause here to feel that nice stretch through the backs of the arms. I feel it right through the torso on the sides. Breathe in and let it go. Extend the arms, roll yourself up to all 4s, and then we're gonna take a thread the needle and it's gonna be static. So I'm gonna reach up and then rotate across. So I'm resting on the side of my face. I'll take the opposite arm over my head and kind of lean into that shoulder. So earlier we stretched to the front, now we're stretching the scapula to spine. Let's pause here for another round of breath. And then slowly unwind. Let's switch the arms, opening up on the left and then rotating to the back of the space. Push into that shoulder head. So you're stretching scapula to spine and it's the one that's on the floor. So for me, that's my left. Breathe into this. And then we'll let it go. Bring the hand underneath you. Press your way up. We're gonna move into bis and tris to finish things out. So once I'm in this kneeling position, I'm gonna take the tricep. Nice little tricep stretch here. Breathe into it. And then we'll switch it, taking it across to the opposite side. And then clasping the hands behind the back, opening up the chest and feeling that little bit of a bicep stretch as I nod my head right to left. Shake it all off. We did it. That was our arms combination workout for 20 minutes. This is Mandy with Mandy Miller Fitness. I hope you had a great pump, and let me know what you'd like to see happen on the platform. Look at my hair, LOL. All right, I will see you soon. Share this far and wide. Peace.